So this past week, I went to VidCon 2022 with my friends Mike and Liam, and our plan was to sneak into the Creator Lounge because as much as I'd love to walk around the Anaheim Convention Center with Dream SMP fans cumming their pants while standing in line for hours to see a 12-year-old kid who made millions playing Minecraft, when you're a YouTuber and you go to VidCon, you want to hang out with other YouTubers, and the only way to do that is if you're on the creator list, which we weren't on because no one knows who the fuck we are. So after exploring the main area for a while, we went over to the hotel where all the YouTubers were at. Now, to get in, you can't just walk in, they got security and shit. To get in, you had to have a red wristband, which you could only get if your name was on the list, which is insane because apparently back in the old days of VidCon, all you had to do was show you had like over 100k subs, and they're like, oh, you have that many subs? Here's a pass, you can use it to go do whatever you want. You can get free food, you can kill someone, you can fuck me, whatever you want, the good old days. But now that's all changed and you need to have like a good manager or some shit to get the exclusive pass. So we go up to the booth and we had them look up our names and channels, already knowing we weren't going to be on there. And they're like, yeah, sorry, you're not on here, kill yourself. But luckily, I was with Liam, and Liam started throwing out all these industry names he knew, and they were like, oh, you know that person? Okay, you can come in. And we ended up finessing a wristband. Shout out to Liam, because if it wasn't for him, I would have had to spend the entire day hanging out with the fucking inflatable Fall Guys character. So we got our wristbands and went inside, and it was awesome. They had free food and drinks everywhere. They had this cool maze thing. I got to meet so many YouTubers that I look up to. It was insane. I mean, I was shitting my pants meeting them, especially when I met iDubbbz and Michael Reeves. But what's even cooler than hanging out with YouTubers at the Creator Lounge is going to the creator exclusive after parties. Tonight, everyone was talking about how there was a crazy exclusive Amazon Prime party going on, and we had to get in. So after VidCon was over, we went to the club they were having the party at, waited in line with everyone, and when we got to the front, they asked for our all access badges, but we didn't have that shit, so we tried to do the same thing as the wristband and started throwing out all these names of people we knew, but the lady there didn't give a fuck. She was like, unless someone from Amazon Prime comes out here and says they know you, you're not getting in. And I mean, one of my boys delivers for Amazon, but I don't think that's what she meant. So we left and went home sad that we were basically nobodies and weren't cool enough to be around other YouTubers at cool parties.
We didn't get in.
We got in.
All right, well,
we got in.
Yo, we didn't get into any of the parties tonight. But better luck next year, kids.
But even though that kind of ruined my night, I decided to go to the last day of VidCon with Kev, and there wasn't really much going on at the convention center. They were closing up all the creator lounges, and the only thing you could do there was watch some panels and check out the all-gender bathroom. But there was one thing that people kept talking about, which was the Spotify party at Disney. And I had already missed the Amazon Prime party, so I had to get into this one. The only issue was that for this party, it didn't matter if you had the yellow all access badge. The party was so exclusive that the only way to get in was to be a featured creator or their +1. Even if you were a speaker at VidCon, you weren't getting in unless you were a featured creator. And to get to the party, you had to take the bus from the hotel. So one of our friends wanted to see if he could finesse his way in, and he went inside the hotel, talked to like 6 different people. They looked up his name and he wasn't on the list, but then the lady at the desk left for a second, and when she did that, he snuck past her and went onto the bus. So I turned to Kevin, I'm like, bro, let's just do that too. Let's get on this fucking bus. So we go to the hotel parking lot with the plan of going to the front of the hotel and doing the same thing. But when we pulled up to the parking lot, I was like, yo, the bus is right there. It was literally right there. So we park and then go over to the bus as a big group of YouTubers are going inside, and we just acted like we're supposed to be there. And we got on the bus, headed to Disney, and we were like, this is it. We did it. We won. We're going to Disneyland. But I started looking around the bus and I saw that everyone had these green Spotify wristbands except for us. And I was like, fuck, this might be an issue. So we get to Disney, we go through security, and then the next step was that you needed the Spotify wristband to get inside. And the only way to get that was to be a featured creator or their +1. It didn't matter what passes you had or what names you knew. That was the only way in, and you needed like a QR code too. And we were stressing so hard because we had come all this way to get to this party, from stressing out about it the whole day to sneaking onto the bus, and we missed out on the party the night before. If we didn't find a way to get into Disney, VidCon would have been the biggest waste of time ever. But by a fucking miracle, we got in, and I would love to tell you guys what we did to get that wristband, but it was pretty fucking sketchy, and I'm not trying to get sued by VidCon or anyone, but it was fucking awesome. Just being in Disney knowing I'm not supposed to be there was one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life. It would have been cool to be popular enough to be invited, but honestly, if I had gotten invited, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as sneaking in. So I think the lesson here to anyone watching is that if you want to have a good time somewhere, just sneak in. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my VidCon adventure, and as always, have a great fucking day.